So something like everyone's a critic, and then, or we can start out even just like just somber. Hey, welcome to Everyone's a Critic.
So today we're actually going to be discussing a pretty serious subject. Today we're going to be discussing the military-industrial complex. So let's get right into it.
Okay. So a little bit of history. You right? What's that? Did you leave your phone on?
No. Oh,
What is that?
it's this. This is actually every day. I'm sorry, we're filming at an unusual time. Every day I'd like to celebrate trees because, you know, I'm a big environmentalist. And I love the environment. I drive a Toyota Prius. You know, I recycle all the time, so I always separate plastics and everything.
Right.
And so part of being an environmentalist is I like to celebrate trees every day at this time because I'm a bit of a tree freak. So I set an alarm and I forgot since we're filming today at a different time.
You just pay respect to trees every day at this time, or?
I take a moment to think about trees. If I'm in nature, I will actually go out and look at the different types of trees that I enjoy, and actually always keep a list of all the different types of trees that I enjoy on me at all times.
Oh.
Just because, you know, I like to remember if I'm out amongst the trees, I can kind of identify what the different types of trees are that I like.
Sure.
So
It's quite the list.
Well, I won't bore you, but I'll read off some of my favorite trees that, you know, if you don't mind, I'd love to tell you about it.
Sure. I mean, yeah, this seems appropriate.
Sure. So some of the different types of trees I enjoy are like birch trees, ash trees, aspen trees, cherry trees, maple trees, balsam fir trees, Douglas fir trees, hawthorn trees, sycamore trees, beech trees, walnut trees, dogwood trees, cedar trees, Christmas trees, money trees featuring J-rock, giving trees, fake plastic trees, English breakfast trees, pine trees. The list goes on and on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it doesn't end there. It's not just my favorite types of trees. Actually, my favorite U2 album is even the Joshua Tree. I'm a genuine tree lover.
I can see. That's a great album. It's a little strange you keep that. I mean, I respect it. I'm all for environmental awareness and everything. I
Absolutely.
wouldn't say I know that much about trees. It seems
Really?
like you go pretty in depth there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big tree lover, and I love learning about trees. I love looking at trees and
Absolutely.
walking around.
I think that's very important, and I don't mind if you need to take a few minutes to reflect. I understand we're at a weird time of day shooting,
Right.
so do you need to maybe pick up later, or?
You know, I wouldn't mind if we could just take maybe a quick 15-minute break, and I'm
Okay.
going to go outside and kind of reflect. And if you'd like to join me, like, by all means, that would be awesome.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. Let's take a look.
All right.
Well, welcome, Braith. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
everybody at home.
Yeah, this is stunning.
I'm thrilled you get to come here and kind of enjoy these trees with me today.
Sure. Thank you for having me along. Didn't realize this was such a big issue to you.
Absolutely. The environment is kind of number one in my life, so.
Yeah. I'm no disrespecter to the environment. I just would not say I know a whole lot. So this is kind of special for me because it seems new almost.
Absolutely. This is a great opportunity to learn. That's what I always say.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm here for it. Let's go check out some more trees.
Absolutely.
Now, this is kind of an unusual tree because it's a different color from the rest of them.
Absolutely. One of the cool things that you might learn about trees is they're not all green. Some of them are this color, which is kind of a reddish pink.
Yeah, these are actually flowers on here.
Beautiful.
Does that technically qualify as a tree still, since it's flowers? Well, there's leaves too, so.
Yeah, that's a good question. I guess we would have to consult an expert because maybe this is just a really big flower. I don't really know.
It could be. Well, let's carry on.
All right.
Wow, this is an unusual tree. Is this a
Yeah.
tree?
I believe it is. It's absolutely beautiful. You can tell by the kind of leaves and bark that it's a tree.
The way it curves and everything is it's just so unusual.
Yeah, I've never seen anything quite like it, but it's beautiful. Just one of nature's mysteries.
It almost looks like a sculpture.
Yeah, I just love it. It looks like a piece of abstract art, and in a way, it's God's art.
Absolutely. We could be in a museum right now, but we didn't actually have to pay to come here.
Yeah, I love that.
Wow.
This brings us to, unfortunately, a sadder part of the show. This fallen beauty right here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's cold.
Yeah,
Might be
unfortunately, I think it has passed on. But I like to take a moment and reflect on the life of this great tree and just say thank you. Well,
That's
let's go.
gotta be, what, 10, 15 years old? That's a big log.
At least.
Wow, this is beautiful out here.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for joining me. If you take a look at some of the different kinds of trees we have out here,
Sure.
there are lots of, really tall trees.
That's what I'm noticing. A lot of these are huge.
Yeah, they have it's kind of like in the jungle in Africa, they have the canopy style leaves up top, which is kind of beautiful. I really love it. This one over here looks like maybe a eucalyptus tree of some kind.
Now, that is one tree I actually do know a little bit about. I believe they were brought here to California from Australia.
That sounds about right to me. I know it's a favorite food of those cute little koala bears.
Absolutely. They are adorable.
That's great. So that's a different kind of tree.
And
right there.
it sounds like if you keep an ear out, you can hear another little animal. It sounds like birds.
Yeah, birds. We're not reviewing them today.
No.
But the thing about birds, they do live in trees sometimes, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. Wow.
There's one right there. You see it?
Oh. Yeah, I see it.
Just another one of nature's miracles. I just love it. But let's continue our walk, and we can kind of point out some other types of trees. Maybe you can take your pick at a tree and kind of give me some information about it.
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of relying on you for most of that. I just know about the eucalyptus.
Yeah. Got a plane going up over right now.
These are kind of more of some of those little curly trees.
Yeah, I think it's a slightly different breed of tree, but it is similar in the way that it grows along the ground like that.
Uh-huh.
I find it just absolutely fascinating.
It's cool for sure. This one's definitely got a lot of branches to it.
Yeah, I love it. I just love all the different kinds of trees that we can encounter.
Yeah. Oh, we got another one of these flower ones too.
That is just great.
Cool.
Well, I'm done.
Okay.
Oh.
That was really cool. I learned a lot today.
Yeah, that was awesome. I'm really stoked you were able to join me today, and I hope you have a new appreciation for trees.
Oh, absolutely. I may pick up on this tradition as well. Get myself a little clock.
Do it, absolutely. I just, we have several pockets on these outfits of ours, so we can just keep it in any one of our pockets, and you'll always know when it's time to go celebrate a tree.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that.
I totally agree. I had a great time, and I don't really want to cut you off there, but we are running low on time today.
Yeah.
So with all due respect, I think we should take a second, and this isn't the tree episode, unfortunately. I wish it was.
Right.
But we do need to give a final grade to the military-industrial complex.
Absolutely. Let's get our helmets real quick.
All right.
So unfortunately, this isn't a very thorough investigation of the military-industrial complex.
Right.
We were cut short. I mean, no disrespect. I was very appreciative for all the information I gained today on trees and just environmental issues.
Mm-hmm.
But we did sit down to talk about the military-industrial complex. So being that we didn't dive too deep, I don't want to be too negative or too glowing about it. So I will just issue an A+ and hope that we can get it further into this issue in another episode, perhaps.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with your judgment, and I absolutely think that although we didn't get to discuss it too much, in fairness, we do need to issue a letter grade to the military-industrial complex, and I'm going to go ahead and give it an A+ as well.
Great. Well, that's been it for Everyone's a Critic this week. Thank you so much again for joining us.
Oh, hold on one second.
Sure.
One little surprise for you. I'm such an environmentalist. I actually brought you a little present.
What is it?
This is an LED light bulb.
Oh, I've actually got a few of these.
Well, you have another one for the collection. It's going to help you save on energy, and it's good for the environment.
I understand now that it's good for the environment, but it was also good for my electricity bill. Cut it down quite drastically, replacing all the standard bulbs with these. Thank you very much. I appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah. And I guess that'll bring us to the close of the show.
Yeah.
And, thanks everybody for watching. Good night, and God bless.
God bless.